My very favorite were the ones that my mother made.
Okay.
She made Bert and she made Alice. And she made Bert so that his arms would bend and his legs would bend at the knees.
What was he made out of?
Cloth.
Like rag dolls?
Yeah, like they were rag dolls. And she embroidered the faces on.
Okay.
And we have pictures of me holding Bert.
I think I have that one. I think it's right there on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were my very favorite. But I had another doll I liked really well, but it's not socially correct now. One half was Topsy, and you flip it over, and the other one was Eva. One was black and one was white.
Oh.
It depended on which way you held it. So I liked that.
So it had no legs and 4 arms or something?
Yeah.
Or was it from one side to the other side, or from top to bottom of the doll?
From, well, the skirt would cover the doll underneath.
Oh, I see.
And then when you went the other way, the skirt would go down and cover.
So the fact that they had the doll had no legs didn't matter.
No, it didn't
I got
matter.
it. Got it.
But being such a tomboy, my favorite toys were lead soldiers. Yes, lead. We made our own lead soldiers, which you couldn't do now. And my BB rifle and my knife that went into the boots I wore. So those weren't very. Oh, and there was catalogs in Sears and Montgomery Wards, and I had a carpet in the. I was on the 3rd floor, and there was 2 rooms. In the one room that I had all my toys, and the carpet had squares, so I cut out of the Sears catalog and made kitchens and bedrooms and things, and had a head I liked, and I found clothes that would fit with the head, and I had my paper dolls all over.
And you would just lay them down on the rug?
On the rugs. This is a dining room, this is a whatever room, and put the right furniture in. And my mother, being the type of mother she was, she didn't care. She stepped over it, didn't make me pick it up. I could keep it out as long as I wanted to. And I had great fun with that, especially with the head I liked, with finding clothes that would fit with the head. That was a lot of fun. I spent a lot of time with that.
Early Photoshop.
And when it was a very good thing to do in Cleveland in the winter when it was cold and outside, you know. Except I like to play outside. Oh, and I lost my Captain Midnight decoder ring in the snow. And I thought when the snow melted, I would find it, but I never found it. And I spent a whole quarter and a box top to mail and get that.
I was going to ask you, did it come out of like a box of cereal, but you had to mail away for it.
Right.
Wow. A quarter and a box top.
Yeah.
A box top from what?
Cereals, certain cereals. I don't
Okay.
know. Cheerios, only they were Cheery Oats then.
Oh.
They were not Cheerios, they were Cheery Oats. I think it was from a Cheery Oats box.
And what were you decoding?
I don't know.
Oh, you could just, they didn't give you things to decode? You
No,
would,
we just had this wonderful ring to
this
wear.
decoder spy ring.
Yeah. And then, of course, I had boots, and one side had a place where you put your pocket knife.
Boots with a space for a pocket knife for
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah, which I wore all the time.
Not politically correct now, huh?
No, not. And I liked my BB gun air rifle, whatever it was. But I did shoot all the windows out of a barn.
Did you get in trouble?
Oh, yeah. Ooh, big time.
Was it somebody next door?
No, it was quite a ways where I walked. They will shoot those windows out.
You like the sound of breaking glass?
I thought it was fun.
Did Grandpa make you pay for it somehow?
Yeah. And we had stained glass windows. We had lead encased glass windows in the front of the house. And I shot some of those out too. Ooh, I really got in trouble for that.
What would Grandpa do?
Oh, he'd make me do things or work, like once he had some boys that stole something from him, and he made them pile bricks at one end, and then take one brick at a time and bring them over and pile them up there, then pick them up and take them back and pile them there, and it's something like that. You made me do manual labor.
It's almost akin to when you used to have to write a sentence on the chalkboard saying, "I will not shoot out windows with my BB gun 100 times." Okay.
Yes. But I don't know. I was such a tomboy that I had my bows and arrows, which my grandfather had bought for me. But I learned if you shoot an aluminum arrow up in the air, you better run in the garage and hide because you don't know where that arrow's going to come down. So wonder I didn't kill somebody.
Well, it's like the stupid people here that on New Year's Eve shoot their gun straight up, and
Yeah.
they don't know who they're going to end up killing with it.
And I know from being with the police department, but most people don't know. If you shoot a bullet, it'll go, like if I'd shoot it here, it'd go through 2 or 3 walls.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize that. So they get shooting things around. And
So any other special toys?
I love my bicycles.
You say plural.
I started out on a tricycle, and then I had a 20-inch bike, and then I had a full-size bike with various speeds on it that I just loved. And I would, in the summertime, I would get on that bike and I would ride all day long through the neighborhood wasn't built up because of the Depression and the war. There was roads and concrete sidewalks and everything, but no houses.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to ride all the way through there and ride down a road called Chardon Hill, but then I had to walk the bike back up. It was too steep a hill to ride it back up. But I love my bike. I'd ride it and ride it. I rode it all a time when I could even drive. I liked it,
Mm-hmm. Wow. So Grandpa had enough money to be able to buy you things like that.
Oh, Grandpa was doing very well.
Because I was going to say, in 1930s, an adult bike with multiple speeds was probably a lavish expenditure at that time.
Yeah. Well, we were a 2-car family, which
Yeah.
was unheard of.
Yet, like for me, Grandma made Barbie doll clothes for me. She made you dolls and
Yeah.
stuff. That's fun.
She loved to do things like that.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Oh, what else? Oh, I being an only child, I could play darts as if I were 2 people.
Did Grandpa have a dartboard?
Yeah, in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
And certain things I could do like that, but I couldn't play card games because I knew what I had in my hand. That's not a one-person thing. It's a 2-person thing.
That picture with you and Uncle Walt.
Yeah.
Did you play cards with Uncle Walt?
Uh-huh.
Because it seemed like that's what you were doing in that picture.
Yeah. Yeah. He liked to do things like that.
And Uncle Walt was
Grandma's brother.
Jenny Horsley's brother.
Yes.
Okay.
And he was in the Merchant Marine. And when he was between jobs, lots of times he came and stayed with us for a while. But I remember he was a drinker, and one time he took me with him to a bar, and my grandmother had a fit, absolute fit.
That's no place for a young lady.
He never did that again, but he wouldn't let me go inside. I had to sit on the
Curb outside.
outside, yeah.
Well, he must have been an alcoholic then. If he's going to let a kid sit outside, he's that desperate to drink. There was no alcohol at home?
Oh, we had alcohol, but my grandmother wouldn't give him any.
Yeah.
We only had alcohol out when they had a party or the group of people played cards.
Right.
Then they'd serve drinks. Otherwise, we never had drinks out.
So Grandpa Bus didn't like drinking a lot then?
No, he was a big coffee drinker, like I was.
Yeah.
No, he was a social drinker, but he didn't drink when there wasn't company. You know.
So you learned to play by yourself and play with toys that Grandma made or Granddaddy bought you, and
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
That's why I have said that I've survived the pandemic better than a lot of people because I'm used to being alone. Not that I'm totally alone, but you know.
Well, what's your favorite toy now?
My favorite toy now?
Because you say when you're alone.
All my stuffed animals.
Well, you're not alone then, right?
No, I'm not alone. I got a whole bunch of them.
But that one's special, right?
Yes, that's Charlie,
Yeah.
the unicorn. He's
Yeah.
my special one.
Yeah.
We talk about it a lot, don't we? One of these days, one of these is going to answer me, and then I'm really going to freak out.
But he's the one that you sit with all the time and that you talk to all the time.
He sits in the corner. That's his corner. Or he sits on a walker. And Rebecca talks to him too.
Yeah. So you're both nuts, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's like every stuffed toy has a name.
Yeah.
That's Big Snoopy, Little Snoopy, Eddie Elephant, and Ernie Elephant, and Yoda. Yoda's got his own name. You know.
Yeah. So you got your pals.
Yeah. Those aren't the real cuddly ones, though.
Right. Charlie is.
Charlie's the cuddly one. Aren't you, Charlie? Aren't you? He says, "Hi, Pat. Glad to see you. Hi."
And you are sane.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you're
I
completely sane.
said, I'm a frustrated actor that went into sales because that's acting.
Interesting.
I would have loved to have a walk-in part on Days of Our Lives, but I never got there.
But in the meantime, your favorite toy now is Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, he keeps you company.
And if I can't sleep, if I have trouble sleeping, I come out here where he's in his little corner and we watch TV together because he's very cuddly.
And he doesn't talk back.
No. See, he's very cuddly.